Are you curious what kind of lifestyle you can get in Thailand for less than $700 per month? What if I told you that you can live a pretty comfortable life for that amount? In this video, I'll walk you through my real monthly expenses in Chiang Mai. No influencer fantasy budget, no tourist mode, no backpacker survival. I mean actually living here. Your own apartment, eating out, coffee every day, gym, scooter, and a bit of fun on weekends. And just to be clear, this isn't a tourist guide. I'm talking about staying here for real, living in Chiang Mai for at least a few months, because that's when the costs go down, you stop being a tourist, start making real friendships, and actually understand the expat lifestyle. By the end, you'll know exactly what kind of life $700 a month can get you, and whether this lifestyle could work for you too. Let's get into it. But before we go deeper into prices, you might be asking, why Chiang Mai? Fair question, considering the city has no beaches, no Bangkok-level nightlife or skyscrapers, and no world-famous landmarks. Just a small city in the northern mountains of Thailand. So why do so many foreigners choose to live here? The answer is simple. Life in Chiang Mai is easy. Easy to settle. Easy to build a routine. Easy to feel good day to day. The population is only about 1.2 million, and life here is slow. In a good way. The city is walkable. Days feel longer. Stress feels lower. You wake up, grab a coffee, walk to a co-working space, hit the gym or a yoga studio, maybe a sound healing session in the evening. Healthy food is everywhere. Green surroundings, mountains in the background. It's easy to build a lifestyle that actually feels good. Chiang Mai has one of the biggest and fastest growing expat communities in Asia. Every year, more people move here. Digital nomads, retirees, entrepreneurs, remote workers. And that's no accident. The Thai government is building a new, much larger international airport. That's a clear sign this city is becoming a serious international hub. The weather is another big reason. Compared to the south, Chiang Mai is cooler, with less humidity, fresh mountain air, and a softer climate for most of the year. Then there's the culture. Soft Lana traditions and sweet, polite locals who are friendly and happy to chat. A calm, respectful vibe that makes you feel welcome fast. It's cheap, green, peaceful, social, and easy to live in. Let's start with the biggest expense, rent. In this video, I'm not going to talk about expensive condos with rooftop infinity pools, saunas, and cocktail bars downstairs. Chiang Mai has plenty of those, and I'm sure you can find dozens of videos showing them. Instead, I'll talk about a simple, realistic setup. A small studio, around 30 square meters with a balcony, lots of natural light, clean and practical. A place where you actually feel comfortable waking up every morning. Most newcomers automatically look at neighborhoods like Nimon or around the Old Town. And I get why. They're modern, full of cafes, Western restaurants, rooftop bars, and co-working spaces. Everything feels trendy and convenient. But because everyone wants to live there, prices have been going up every year. More Western businesses open, more demand, and higher rent. Personally, I prefer quieter neighborhoods like Santatham, Jet Yad, or Suthep, areas most tourists don't even consider. They're still close to downtown. You can walk or take a short scooter ride almost anywhere, but the vibe is more local, more authentic, and, most importantly, much cheaper. You're surrounded by street food stalls, small family cafes, fruit markets, and local restaurants. Just real daily life. Realistically, in Chiang Mai, around 5,000 to 7,000 baht is a fair price for a studio like this in those neighborhoods. Roughly $200. For that, you get a clean, bright room in a good location with decent building management. Nothing fancy, just comfortable, functional, and stress-free. To find a place, a lot of people use Facebook expat groups, but you can also use Airbnb or Booking.com, not to book, but to check the market price for a particular apartment first. Then walk to the building and ask the reception or the owner directly what the long-term monthly price is if you pay in cash. No booking platform fees for them, and a better deal for you. And most importantly, you get to see the room before committing. That alone saves you from a lot of disappointment. This works especially well with long-stay hotels and apartment buildings. In Chiang Mai, like in many cities in Southeast Asia, you don't cook at home that often. Most of the time you eat out, like everyone else. First, most small condos and long-term hotels don't have a real kitchen, just a sink and a fridge. And for some reason, which I still find interesting, eating out is cheaper than cooking at home. You'll see locals and foreigners eating in restaurants every day. Affordable, fresh food at low prices. Who would want to cook and wash dishes? I guess the main reason is that local, family-owned restaurants buy fresh produce and meat in large batches directly from farmers, which keeps prices low. But I'd genuinely love to understand this better, so if you know why eating out is cheaper in Thailand, let me know in the comments. For groceries, I keep it very simple. Oats with fruit and nuts for breakfast, coffee for the days I'm too lazy to go to a cafe, and some snacks for Netflix nights. If you live this way, groceries are cheap. Around 1,500 baht per month is usually enough for breakfast and small extras. For everything else, I eat out, like most people. And this is where Chiang Mai really shines. Local restaurants and street food are everywhere. You can eat freshly cooked food every day for around 40 to 60 baht per meal. Most local restaurants even give you free tea or water, which is a nice bonus. If you mostly eat at local restaurants, let's say lunch and dinner every day, around 3,000 baht per month, about $100 is realistic. That's daily meals, affordable, tasty, and convenient. Now, sometimes you'll want a Western-style meal, a proper burger, pizza, pasta, or a nice cafe brunch. Those places are more expensive, of course. If you eat at Western restaurants, or say Japanese ones, about 10 times a month, and each meal costs around 200 baht, that's another 2,000 baht per month. And of course, Chiang Mai also has no upper limit when it comes to dining. If you feel like splurging, there are rooftop fine dining spots, live music, and even Michelin-listed places. So in the end, food here is very flexible. You choose how local or how Western you want your life to be. Chiang Mai is not a big city, so transportation here is simple and cheap. There's no real public transport system you'll use day to day. No metro, no practical bus network. But once you arrive, you understand why. Almost everyone has a scooter or a car. People love their freedom, and the city is built for wheels. If you want that same freedom, renting a scooter is the easiest option. Rental shops are all over the city. A basic scooter rental is around 2,500 baht per month. If you want a newer bike, it can go up to around 4,000 baht. And of course, if you're a motorbike snob and want a powerful bike to enjoy the mountain roads, there's really no limit to how much you can spend. Fuel is cheap. A full tank costs just a couple of dollars and lasts quite a while if you're only riding around the city. Some people also rent bicycles. That's even cheaper, and a nice option if you prefer slow, short-distance travel. There are bicycle rental apps around the city with long-term rentals for about $1 per day. Many expats just buy a second-hand bike for around 1,000 baht and solve their commute forever. If you don't want to drive, Grab, the Asian version of Uber, is everywhere. A Grab bike ride usually costs between 20 and 50 baht. That means most rides cost around $1. If you take one ride every day, you're looking at roughly $30 per month. No stress, no parking. Just tap and go. Realistically, you won't spend more than 3,000 baht per month in total. In most long-term apartment hotels and residential buildings in Chiang Mai, Wi-Fi is already included in the rent. In many cases, you don't need to set up anything or pay extra for internet. You just move in, and it works. Water and electricity depend a bit on your lifestyle. If you use air conditioning a lot, your electricity bill will be higher. But on average, for both water and electricity combined, I never pay more than 600 baht. That's roughly $20. Many apartment buildings also offer room cleaning services. I usually pay 200 baht per week, about 800 baht in total. Some people prefer to clean themselves and save the money. Others see it as supporting local workers. So if you add everything together, water, electricity, and cleaning, you're looking at roughly 1,500 baht in total. That's about $45 for all your basic utilities. No hidden surprises, Just simple, predictable monthly costs. One thing I love about Chiang Mai is that staying active here doesn't have to be expensive. Gyms are affordable. You'd be hard-pressed to find a place charging more than 1,000 baht for an unlimited monthly membership. Many gyms are even cheaper, offering daily passes for around 50 baht. They're basic, no air conditioning, no fancy design, but they get the job done. If you're into tennis, court rental is about 200 baht per hour. Play once a week, and that's roughly 800 baht per month, around $25. For swimming, there are public pools and hotel pools offering monthly or multi-visit passes. A place like Looper costs 2,000 baht for a 12-visit pass. That comes out to about 160 baht per swim. Go once a week and you're spending under 700 baht a month. Going out for drinks is also very manageable. A beer is usually around 80 baht. Cocktails run about 200 to 300. And when it comes to live music, Chiang Mai has everything from touristy jazz bars to relaxed local venues. Most places don't charge entrance fees. You just walk in, order a drink, and enjoy the evening. It's also a great way to meet people and support local artists. If you go out once a week, around 800 baht a month gives you plenty of options. And one of the best activities here is hiking, completely free if you have a scooter. The city is surrounded by mountains, with well-marked trails, stunning viewpoints, and traditional villages along the way. A perfect way to explore nature and try real northern Thai food beyond pad see ew and khao soi. Of course, no life in Thailand is complete without a proper Thai massage. A great one here costs around 300 baht. And here's a fun surprise I discovered recently. Kayaking in the city. On the Ping River, near Wat Phaham Temple, you can rent a kayak from monks for just 50 baht per day. No reservations, no booking apps. Just put on a life vest and explore Chiang Mai from the water. Other free activities? Go for a jog at Ang Keo Reservoir near Chiang Mai University. It's beautiful and green all year round. You'll see students, older locals, families, everyone out exercising. Somehow, being around all that movement keeps you motivated too. Local artisan markets are another gem of northern Thai culture. Places like Ban Kang Wat and Jingjai Market are perfect for a slow morning. Grab a coffee roasted in a hill tribe village, eat lunch at a farmer's stall, or just wander around. Talk to the artists. They love sharing their stories and their life as artists in Thailand. It's the kind of place where you go just to look, and end up staying for hours. So entertainment here is simple. You pick what you enjoy, and stay healthy, social, and active without spending much. And yes, coffee deserves its own chapter. Chiang Mai is full of cafes, small local spots, specialty coffee shops, quiet places to work, busy places to people watch. If you like coffee, you'll feel at home here. I personally don't pay for co-working spaces, even though there are plenty in the city. Instead, I have a few favorite laptop-friendly cafes. Bob's, Aka Ama, Cafe de Sot, Still Coffee, where I usually work. A regular Americano costs around 40 to 60 baht. If you grab one almost every day, say 40 coffees a month, that's about 2,000 baht, roughly $65 per month. Of course, you can spend a lot more. If you're a coffee snob, Chiang Mai has you covered. Local mountain-grown beans, specialty roasters, experimental brews. Coffee culture here is serious, and locals love it. But this is a realistic middle ground budget for someone who enjoys cafe life. For me, it's part of the daily routine. A coffee, a seat, a bit of work, and watching the city move. Thailand has a solid healthcare system, and Chiang Mai is no exception. There are modern private hospitals with up-to-date equipment and English-speaking staff. The two main ones are Chiang Mai Ram Hospital and Bangkok Hospital Chiang Mai. Both handle everything from routine checkups to emergencies, 24/7. There are also more affordable options like Srifat Hospital and Lana Hospital, which many expats use for reliable care at lower prices. Compared to Western countries, doctor visits, x-rays, and lab tests are usually much cheaper here, and waiting times are short. Still, most long-term expats get health insurance, because while basic care is affordable, serious emergencies or hospital stays can become expensive. I personally use SafetyWing. I pay around $50 per month. It's flexible, easy to manage online, and works well for long-term travelers. Claims have been smooth for me so far. By the way, this video is not sponsored by SafetyWing, but if you use my referral link in the description, I get a small fee at no extra cost to you. Finally, there are a few small everyday expenses to consider. Mobile data is cheap. I usually pay around 200 baht per month for my monthly plan with AIS, and I never even use half of it. If you don't want to pay tourist SIM prices, just walk into any AIS shop at Maya Mall or Central Festival and register a local plan. Don't forget your passport. A haircut at a local barber shop is around 100 baht, $3 to $4. Quick, simple, no luxury, but it gets the job done. Toiletries and small household items, things like soap, shampoo, toothpaste, usually add another 1 to 200 baht per month. So for all these little extras combined, around 500 baht per month is a realistic estimate. Now, a quick word about visas. I'm not going to pretend I'm an immigration expert. Rules change, requirements depend on your nationality, and even different Thai embassies sometimes ask for different documents. So here I'll share the general options most expats and digital nomads use as of now, but always double check official sources before applying. The simplest option is the tourist visa. You enter Thailand and receive a 60-day stay, which you can extend once at immigration for an additional 30 days. That extension costs 1,900 baht, about $60. The process is straightforward. Fill out the form, pay the fee, and get your extra month. After that, you'll need to leave Thailand before returning. Many people do a short trip to a nearby country and re-enter. However, repeated visa runs are not guaranteed forever, and immigration officers can ask questions if they feel someone is trying to stay long-term on tourist entries. So if you're planning to stay longer, it's better to look at long-term visa options. One option that's become popular with remote workers is the DTV, the Destination Thailand Visa. This visa is designed for long-term stays. The fee is 10,000 baht, and one requirement is showing sufficient funds in your bank account, typically around 500,000 baht. The exact documents and time period of bank statements depend on the embassy where you apply. The DTV visa is valid for 5 years. Spread out over that time, the cost works out to roughly 160 baht per month, just over $5. Of course, visa rules can change, so always check official immigration or embassy websites before making any plans. Alright, so here's my personal monthly cost breakdown for Chiang Mai. Everything you see on the screen is based on my real experience and real prices I pay or see every day. Nothing luxury, nothing extreme, just a simple but comfortable life. When I add it all up, it comes to around 22,000 baht per month, which is under $700 US. That covers rent, food, transport, gym, insurance, coffee, going out, and even activities like tennis, kayaking, and a swimming pool pass. Pretty much all the good stuff. Of course, some of you might need more and some might spend less. That's totally normal. Everyone has a different lifestyle. But for me, this is a pretty easy and enjoyable life here. If you think I missed something important, or if your budget would look different, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Now let's talk about the downsides, because no place is perfect, and Chiang Mai is no exception. The first big one is the burning season. Every year, usually starting in late February and peaking in March, air quality gets bad. Farmers burn fields, smoke settles over the city, and on some days the air can feel uncomfortable, especially if you're sensitive to pollution. A lot of people choose to leave during this period. It's something you should know before committing long term. Summer is another factor. From April to June, it gets very hot and humid. Not unbearable, but definitely intense. Air conditioning becomes your best friend, and daytime outdoor activities slow down. Then comes the rainy season. Sudden heavy showers, cloudy days, wet roads. Some people love it, some don't. Personally, my favorite time in Chiang Mai is from October, when the rains end, until early March, before the burning season starts. The weather is cooler, skies are clear, and the city feels at its best. Another downside is transportation. There's no metro, no real public bus system, no city trains. Chiang Mai is built for wheels. Most people get around by scooter, car, or Grab. Walking is possible in some areas, but sidewalks are inconsistent. In many places, they're narrow, broken, or simply not there. You can really tell the city was designed for vehicles, not pedestrians. So, yes, there are trade-offs. It's important to know them before you pack your bags. For me, Chiang Mai is about simplicity, space to breathe, time to slow down. And that's exactly why I stay. If you want more real-life videos about life as an expat, check out the other videos on my channel. And if you enjoy this kind of practical content, consider subscribing. More is coming.